Yeah, guys, we're in the market right now. It is 10:23, September 13th, 2024, and we're looking at the Nasdaq. Of course, we have other markets. We're looking at the Dow, the Russell, the ES, and we're gonna see what we can do today. Anybody saw this 10 o'clock move here? It was crazy. So I missed that, which I'm glad I missed it. I mean, if anybody was buying down here on support, it might have been a good area. Um, Based on these right here, these little marks right here, So if you were buying down here, maybe, but yeah, just never know. Anyway, but yeah, we're gonna look at the market. Let's see what the market has today. Everything is pretty much up right now. So if you're in the market and you're chasing, be careful, right? It's breaking up through these highs. Everybody's breaking up, right? So right now, if you're looking at the fit strategy, finding direction, you know it's up. Now you gotta wait for the trade, right? Wait for your setup, see when the pullback happens at the average, or if it keeps going down below the average, you may look to short. So let's see. All right, it's fair by trade. The Nasdaq, man, as you saw, I hope you guys weren't chasing, but as you can see, it looked like this was gonna keep going. All right, got this big bar here, but it just got weak and fell. This huge drop. It's almost 10:30, but a huge drop. At 10:30 is usually reversals. So look at this. And if it's not reversing now, I don't know what it's doing. So we'll see, if it wants to start penetrating back down here. Because we have on the 10-minute, as you can see, this was resistance. The previous high was resistance for a while. All right, came up, dropped down, came up, dropped down, came up, dropped down, came up, came all the way back down to the previous close, came up. So naturally, maybe, right? It depends. It may bounce back up. It did create a high over here, so it couldn't come back down, drop back up. We'll see. But right here, right now, is holding strong support. And honestly, this previous high is holding strong resistance. It broke through, but as you can see, it came right back in. All right, so we got about 20 seconds on a 10-minute chart. So we'll see what it wants to do. Yeah, it kept falling. Yep, it kept falling. Made that big red bar, took a few green bars, closed under the 20. I was thinking of getting in here, but that was of the past. And look what it did. Just flying down to the previous close, which shows a strong resistance. So, support. So if you're buying down here, just be careful. You may not get hurt, but be careful. Could be this zone right here. My fault, guys. Yeah, could be the zone right here. You never know, right? You don't know. You could play it, see when it comes down here, what does it do? Does it cause an event? What happens? But right now, it's coming down so strong. You got to be careful. If you are getting in, just know to have your stop, right? As you see, it's inching up. If you got in down here somewhere, you might have got 10 points already. This is inching up, 20 points. So, nice buy down here if you were buying down here in this area. We'll just leave that there. Nice pull up, nice pull up. ES hasn't quite made it down to the previous high on this chart. Russell's down to the 20. It's not a bad trade long. Just don't know what it's going to do when it get down to the 20, so you just have to have your stop. Look at this Nasdaq though. Yeah, it's definitely doing its thing. But, we don't mind. We wanted to do something. Just got to be careful and make sure you protect yourself. All right, so I'm looking to see what to do with this Nasdaq trade. I want to short it, tight stop above that green bar. let's see if we can get somewhere down here in this little area. Yeah, let's see. It's strong support, so I'm risking, especially with this inside bar. But it can cause uncertainty with inside bars, and we could just scalp it. All right, so let's see. Let's see what the market holds for this trade. All right, went against me. All right, so we'll call that one. That's my first trade. All right, so we'll leave that one alone. And all markets are different. That was the NASDAQ. Now we're here in the ES. So I'm taking the ES trade. Very similar trades. Both were under the 20, and both were after green bars. So honestly, the same thing can happen with the same trade, but it also could be different. So let's see where this trade wants to go, if it wants to take me out or if it wants to come down and maybe test some of those areas down below. But it's the stop is tight on purpose. There we go. Right, just in case. All right, it doesn't play out as I plan. All right, so a second trade. I'm giving this Russell trade a shot. I went ahead and went long off the 12, a little late, but I really wanted to take out this green bar, maybe not the whole bar, but anyway, I went long with the Russell, assuming that it can get back to this high right here for a quick profit of 200. So we'll see how the Russell turns out shortly. Got about 30 seconds on this candlestick. So let's see what we have here. In the meantime, the Dow is looking good. Okay. All right, so let's see if this Russell can make a run forward. What you got, Russell? Let's see. I like that big bar. I like that. It's been running. I mean, I kind of expected to keep running up at least. But let's see. I don't know, right? I made the play. I made the trade. I need the trade to play out in some way, fashion, or form. So we're going to see if it wants to do just that. I'm at the high here, so, got to be careful. What you got, Russell? Let's see what you got. What do you want to push through? Let's see what you got. All right, exercising my patience on this one. I want to take a little bit of profit for sure. I don't want to let this trade go against me. So let's see. Alright. Added one more contract. Let's see if you're gonna reach there. Come on, Russell. I think he hears me. Come on, Russell. What you got, Russell? Let's see. Exercising my patience on this one. Come on, all right. So we hit the 180s. Calling out the dollar sign, but it's all about the strategy. It's all if the trade worked out, and that's what I want more than anything is the trade to work out. All right, so see if we can how much we can capture off of this. Right now, not a bad trade. Let's see how high Mr. Russell wants to go. It's been a nice little bar. Let's see how this formulates. We'll see. Okay, all right. I'm back in profit 130. Not bad on this Russell trade. Yeah, the Russell did his job. Came up to where I wanted it to. Not my exact entry, but you know, it did pretty well. All right, I got some profit on that one. So we'll hold off. All right, so look at the Dow. Dow kept going. This was another good trade, but you know, I missed that one. ES. All right, so it's just getting above the 20. So the ES would be another good play to look for. So I'm looking to see what the Nasdaq is looking to do. But the setup is not really defined. The ES is more attractive, if you ask me. I don't want to chase, but let me see if I can see if it wants to break through these highs here and make it up here. All right, let's give it some room to play. Let's see what you want to do, Mr. ES. We're in the ES on the 2-minute chart, guys. We got one moving average, which is a 20, and we're going in the direction of the 20 right now. It's above the 20, so we're going long. Right, I'm doing a little bit of chasing, which I like to tell you guys not to do, but you know, I did it. Let's see. But I'm going with the momentum as well. All right, so I know we got resistance up here, but I'm definitely pushing with the momentum to give the ES some room to run, because I know it can run. Right, we all know that. So if you've been around the markets for a while, you've been trading the futures market, these things can move, right? So as you can see, this could be a good trade. I got 50 in profit so far, so I want to see. And sometimes the ES will pull back like really bad, right? So with me saying that, I think I should tighten my stop even a little bit more. Let's see. I'm patient. Let's give it some room to run. Let's see if this would hit. I mean, the lowest it is right here. I probably should feel a little more comfortable under the stop, under the low. I'm in the money, so I don't feel bad. I'm in the money. So let's see if it still wants to continue up and keep rising and showing its strength. We got about 40 seconds left in this candle. This is sort of resistance, but this is also a V, as you can see. I mean, I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but this is a quite. What are we doing? ES, we come back down. It looks like it's getting a little weak now, so wouldn't be surprised if he's out the game, or if he doesn't want to play. So crazy wick. I think I'm gonna go ahead and push myself out of this one. All right, it's back up. We came back up a little bit in these areas here, but either way, look at this V right here. It could keep running. It did a little, right? But this is a nice V. Yeah, it's a nice V. So anybody's playing this breakout, be careful with that trade. I got a little bit on that trade. Not too impressed with it at all, though. All right, we got a V on the Nasdaq as well. Almost. So if anybody's planning to break out here, be careful. Be careful on the breakout. Make sure you're protecting yourself. If it doesn't work out, I'm okay. The percentage, I get it. So let's see if it wants to do a quick jump, or the bears are up here holding it down. As you can see, it was a nice little tail. But I like green bars, so sometimes I chase green bars. It's a breakout. Kind of want to see if it's going to work. If not, I'm out 145 on a loss, and you know, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, I thought it was going to break out. It didn't. So we'll keep this one under maintenance. I'm being extra careful on this ES trade. I know my first target is up here, which I don't know if I want it that high, especially with this candlestick dipping in and not really executing. So I would love for it to at least reach this big bar, and then we'll worry about the runner up here. So this is the ES trade going long after this big green bar. So let's see if it has any more strength. All right, came down, came up, came back. Let's see if it wants to continue this rally we're doing here, or if we just want to just kind of shut down up here. So we'll see. Let's see what we got. And I'm down on this one, down like 477. So this would actually be a pretty good trade if this hits. All right, so let's see if the ES wants to do that, or if it wants to just take me out of the game. All right, it's coming up on 11 o'clock, 11:57. And I don't like to see green or red. I it's just the jitters of trading, you know. But let's see if this trade works, or if I just get out of it and exit it. And if it's not doing what I wanted to do, I'm okay with exiting the trade and abandoning the trade and not feel bad. So let's see. Just drop a little harder than I want. All right, let me get out of that one. I'm glad I did. So if anything, applaud me for good management. So I got out of that trade. Saw a little green here. Not really what I wanted to do, but excellent exit. I just had to get out of that trade. Down pretty much on this one, but we know how trading can happen. And I don't really want to overtrade too much, so I just want to make sure I'm keeping my composure. I took a little quick scalp on the NASDAQ. It's not having trouble dropping down, but it's not falling like I thought it would. So I just want to see if I can scalp a few dollars on NASDAQ. Just see what it wants to do. Everybody else is kind of falling, so just want to see how much slack he can pick up. Let's see. I don't want this to go against me too much, but this is a scalp, so I'm gonna take some change and hopefully run. It'll be great if it can tip up here in this area. Okay. Let's go, NASDAQ. Let's go. Okay. All right. I don't know if I expected that, but I'll take it. It's giving me. All right, let's get out of it. All right. Let's just in case. I can always get back into the trade. So if I do feel comfortable getting back in the trade, I just get back in the trade. So let's just see where it wants to go, where it wants to take me. But I feel comfortable taking $100 off that. Let's see what it wants to do. But I don't like it, it's just kind of choppy. It's consolidating. It's a little rangy. It looked like it wants to fall, right? Came up here, came back down. We have a nice little, possibly, okay, all right, it like it wants to go. I don't want to chase it. I just want to, be a little sneaky and get out of here. No, I don't want that. So let's see. I could be wrong, guys. It could come back down and just wipe me out. So let's see if I can catch this one. What do you want to do, NASDAQ? You're showing me something. You're showing me a little bullish momentum, so that's what I'm going with. But that doesn't mean anything. It still come back, touch the average, take me out. My tight is still a little tight. My stop. So let's see if we can get a quick rally or we can get a dump. I don't like that candlestick. But it could be continuation candlestick as well as a doji. So let's see if it wants to continue up. Usually I have my stop under the average, but so much of a loss now. I don't want to be too much of a loss and I blow this account. So let's see if this wants to do what I think it wants to do. And remember, guys, I'm not afraid to abandon a trade, no matter if my setup is. I'm not afraid to abandon. Like I would get out of a I would get out of a trade if it's taking too long, if it's not doing what I wanted to do. So I can always find another chart to play with. But this one is giving me more hope. I like the setup. This didn't strike back down, and I want to see if I can capture a piece of the pie here. And I don't usually do too many trend lines, but I like this one. All right, so let's see. It's struggling. It is struggling, guys. It's struggling for dear life. Mr. NASDAQ. But I want you to come to life. It's 11 o'clock. Let's see. Tipping these highs up here. There we go. There we go. Let's punch up. There we go. Let's bring a little life to the party. All right. Maybe, just grab a little bit more. That'd be too greedy. I like to be in the money. You would hate for it to go up and just come back down and make you red. So I want to be in the money. I want to see if I can take some profit off the table. My piece of the pie, my effort for this. I've been in this trade for a second. So let's see if my effort pays off. Oh man, all right. You got me there. You got me there, buddy. All right. Not a terrible trade, but still took more off the table. So right now, it didn't make a new high. So I don't know if I want to pull this leg here. I'm feeling a Dow a little here on this long trade. We're down by the average. It's a little struggle here. So let's see honestly, where it wants to go. So let's see if it can get up here, knocking out this big bar. It got a little support down here, which I like. Right, got a couple of bars, got a nice little leg here. So let's see if we can, touch some of these barriers up here. I'm not sure, but my stop under the 20. I can't get my mouse together. All right. Yep. I don't want it to fall too much. Not too much. So I'm trying to scalp the NASDAQ short off of this area here. I think we looked at this earlier, right? It failed, right? So I want to see if the NASDAQ can drop a little bit more, come down, take out some of these areas. I don't know, but that will possibly be a great thing. So we'll see how the NASDAQ turns out. I'm in this Russell trade. I wonder if it took me out. So I'm in this Russell trade too, short. So we'll see how this turns out. So I'll keep you guys posted. Oh, well, let's see how the Russell trade is going to turn out now. Let's see. So the Russell trade is still going strong. So I like this bearish candle right here. It still can push up a little bit. So I'm not too nervous. But I really would love for it to come down and hit this target. And then we'll let the rest run. All right, so let's see if that's what it wants to do. We may end the video after this. I made a few trades more than I wanted to, but the market is setting up. So even though I was down quite a bit, I was still comfortable with trading these setups, and I made a couple mistakes, right, or errors trading, not follow my rule, but call me the comeback kid. We're just gonna trade and see what we can come up with today. So let's see where this takes us here. I'm still short bias, even though we got a low here that hasn't been tapped yet, but it is under the average, which you gotta respect the direction. So let's see if it wants to get there. Alright, we got about 5 seconds left on this candle, and let's explode this up a little bit more, and let's see if Russell is trying to get down. I like the Russell. I've always liked the Russell. I like all my markets: the ES, the Dow, Nasdaq, Russell. So let's see if it does what it's supposed to do, and I'll just sit here and watch the show. Got a $210 stop loss on this one. This will be the trade if it hits all its targets. So let's see. A little nervous about it with this big bar, but the trade just has to perform. Let's see where the trade wants to go. If it wants to start closing above the 20, then that's a different story. Maybe I need to exit the trade and find another market to trade, or just stop trading. I mean, that's probably the end result, right? And literally get out the market, find something else to do. I got other things I can do, but this will honestly be the icing on the cake if this trade will just work out, right? So we've got about 30 seconds left on this chart. On the 10-minute on the Russell, it's doing something, but let's see. Hopefully with this candlestick, it literally just comes down and make a third candlestick. But that's on the 10-minute chart. On the 2-minute chart, it can tell you a different story. So let's see what it wants to do. Have my stop no matter what, so I'm definitely respecting that. But let's see if this wants to drop back down or if it wants to penetrate back up. This would be maybe a nice area to take profit as well, knowing that it created a nice little low. But let's see. Let's wait on it. I like this area here. Nice short. I shorted earlier, but it has room to run. Look at all this white space, guys. Look at all this space over here. Space. So it can come anywhere. I mean, honestly, right? It can come all the way down to the previous high, which is this green line. It could. I don't know. It has a long ways to go, but we've seen the market where it's dropped tons, right, and came all the way back down. So let's see if the Russell wants to do that. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Me and Russell are still gonna be good friends. We're still gonna be partners in this. But I'm curious to see if it wants to fail down and hit some of these levels here. Got about 40 seconds left on this candlestick. So I'm hanging in there with this trade here. This Russell still going. I kind of saw this coming down to this low. So I may move this stop up. But let's see. Let's see where it wants to go. I mean, these two big bars here, man. For a green bar to take this out, you got to have a lot of strength. But, the market could do whatever it wants to do. So let's see if this wants to continue coming down to this area here. And after that, we'll just let everything else run. And we'll see. It may not do anything. It may... we never know, right? I don't care to know what the market's going to do. I just try to, intercept while I can. But this was pretty much a textbook trade. right? We saw the average. We saw the MACDs fall under the signal line, and we followed the path down, right? The 20s starting to roll down, and let's just see if we can tackle some of these areas here. As you can see, it did tap into this area, which I should have actually just moved my stop. Just not paying attention, talking actually. Right here, it dipped right into where I would have hoped to take some profit, but I didn't. So silly me. So what I want to do, it'd be great if it can come back down to this area, knowing that it's been down here before. So, but I can't let the whole play go dark, right? So I want to get halfway on this candle, and I'm hoping that it can get back down here. Don't want the drawdown to be ridiculous, so let's see what we can do. Come on, Russell. All right, I actually want to end my day, so technically it would be great if it can help me out and make this a fast process, so I can move on and do something else in my life. So if we can hit this first target, Russell, you would do me a huge favor, and you would end my trade there. Okay, not on purpose, but it did. If anybody saw that, that was terrible. I don't know. Maybe I did a different order, but that was supposed to be a first target, and this was supposed to be a second target here. Oh, all right. So that didn't work out as planned, but I got a nice chunk back. So yeah, not quite impressed with that trade there. So yeah, that was pretty terrible. Which honestly makes me feel like I should stop trading. That's kind of what I feel. I like this here, which as you can see, it's gonna chump me out just like that, right as I make this trade that I said that I like. That's kind of ridiculous, but I get it. That's the way the market goes. It's just knew I was getting in and said, "F you, Jeffrey, pay me," and I get it. I get it. So let's see if I can scalp it. I still like to trade, right? I want to see if I can scalp it. I don't want to give all this money back. I just made a lot of money, and then I don't want to give back 360. So, the Nasdaq jumping up here would be actually amazing. So let's see if the same thing happened last time, where if it hit this order, is it gonna knock out the whole trade? Hopefully not. But more importantly, hopefully it actually gets there, and damn it, my whole trade. So hey guys, I may have something to learn here. I think I might have screwed that up. Anybody playing a breakout here? I don't want to mess up. Let me get out of here. Anybody playing that breakout? If you're scared to break out, let's go to Sim. Right? Go to your Sim trade. Throw down your contracts. Comes back halfway. You're out the trade. Try to get a 2-to-1, and you're out. Right? Let's see if that works. This is a big bar, so it has a lot of room to crawl back down. Not saying it can't, but it destroyed a few bars. So let's see if it wants to continue going up. That's the goal. Does it want to continue going up? Oh, look what that did. All right. That was pretty crazy. I'm glad I have my stop in, but so look what it did. It said, forget it. Yeah, it looked like I was going up, but I decided to come back down. So if you chased it, which 60% chance, look what it did. That 40% crushed you, right? It did terribly. So now, what are you looking to do? You looking to wait? You looking to try to buy this because it's in an uptrend, or you just want to wait for a whole nother setup? Which, in my idea, it's inching up. You got to be catching your buys down here, if you ask me. But it's inching up. It really is. So, but you just got to be careful. right? If you're shorting, your stop got to be somewhere up here. So this bar, I mean, over 20 points. Buying down here makes sense, right? Because this is where most people been buying, but you gotta be extra, extra careful with some of these trades. And as you know, on the Nasdaq, it is a 10-point volatility, so it can jump up very fast and jump down very fast too, right? So just be careful. Russell, I'm not sure what the Russell is doing, so we'll leave the Russell alone for now. The Dow is doing this thing. Yeah, the Dow is starting to do its thing, so we gotta wait for the Dow. The ES, yeah, ES kind of doing this thing too. But let's wait for it. Let's wait to see what's gonna happen. Everybody, it's all the struggle. You know, look at this. It's up. It's up. It's up. We don't know if this one's gonna make it. May make it, but it's still a struggle. The Dow was breaking through some of these barriers. The Russell is breaking through some of these barriers. So now we're above the 20. So now maybe we're looking for like a long trade, right? If we're above the 20, looking for a long trade, maybe, likely. I mean, that's what I would go for if I'm looking for a direction. Yeah, big bar, flat. Let's see what this turns out to be. Don't chase it, right? Let's just wait and see what's going to happen. The Dow is pretty beautiful as well. So we got the Russell and the Dow. If you ask me, they're both doing their thing, right? But we haven't made a new high, right? I mean, we don't know yet. So just don't know yet. Averages haven't crossed down here yet. Still like to trade. I would love for it to come back down here and show some love, but you know, you don't know. You don't know. You don't want to like be greedy, right? Like I'm about to do. So technically now I should just stop trading, right? Stop trading, move on, and we'll post this video. And that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, guys, this is Jeffrey with Forever I Trade. Man, I hope you guys saw something today that was either foolish or smart. Either way, like, comment, subscribe. We'll post another video. I mean, you guys have a great weekend.